After around 2 years of being in early access, Hades has finally gone 1.0. While the game has seen tweaks and adjustments throughout early access, along with a steady release of additional content to the game, ever since I got my hands on Hades, I could tell that this was a game that had all the makings of being a standout title for not only rogue-lites, but for games in 2020 overall. Hades isn't just another well-polished roguelite. It takes the best elements of the genre and blends it with aspects that Supergiant Games is known for, creating an addicting experience that has you playing just one more run, not only for more of the gameplay, but for the stories and characters as well.
You sing beautifully, mate. If only Eurydice could hear you singing this right now.
Oh, thanks for the sentiment, my friend. It's just, when I sing this song of hers, I've this feeling where my heart wants.
Few tales are told of Hades, whose very name.
Hades has players take control of the son of Hades, Zagreus, as he attempts to escape hell and join his godly brethren in Olympus. Escaping the underworld isn't an easy task though, and Zagreus' numerous escapes will likely have him meeting his end many times over. While many roguelites have a very similar concept, very few find a way to keep a consistent start a run, die, and repeat formula from eventually beginning to feel somewhat repetitive. With Hades though, I rarely ever felt bored throughout the over 20 hours that I've put into this experience. Hades isn't a game that just focuses on the player having the one golden run in order to beat the game. It is an experience that builds upon and reacts to each of your attempts to escape the underworld. When I say builds upon, I don't just mean you get small upgrades that make you stronger every so often. I mean that the systems, characters, various story plots, and the world itself all get additional layers of elements or intrigue built upon them at a steady rate. The most impressive aspect of Hades is that it is consistently building upon a continuous story, and not neglecting your past failures as not happening. The gameplay systems take inspiration from other Supergiant titles, along with the genre overall. However, it isn't simply a game that is only about the action that unfolds during each run.
Oh, says here one of the wretched thugs got you. Too bad. They're slow, but they hit pretty hard, I guess.
Although her Titan parents and my own met the same fate.
The game smartly has dialogue that reacts to what you did in some of your recent runs, like having a character discuss what enemy or boss took Zagreus down, or what gods the player has gained boons from. I was waiting for the dialogue to eventually start to repeat itself, and even with the amount of hours I've invested in Hades, there has been very few lines of dialogue that I've heard more than once. It's pretty staggering how many unique lines of dialogue the game has, and even more impressive, it is all fully voiced as well. I was surprised by how much the characters started to grow on me the more I played the game, and after each escape attempt, I would talk with every character that was available to talk. This usually led to some subtle hints towards certain characters' backstories, or just the relationship between Zagreus and a character. While Hades initially grabs you with tense action, adrenaline-inducing music, and great visuals, the game looks really good. Characters and elements of the story become stronger and stronger reasons for wanting to go on more and more runs. The surprisingly good plot and cast are a huge reason for why Hades is on another level compared to most other roguelites. Interesting characters and intriguing plot elements are aspects that play a part in taking Hades to another level, but the fast-paced action that takes place during runs is every bit as good as Hades' other strong points. Hades isn't a terribly complex title. You go room by room taking out enemies in order to advance to each area's boss. Once a boss is slain, you head to the next area and repeat the process. While there is certainly variance in each run for the most part, you know what to expect from each area you travel through. Each time a room of enemies is wiped out, Zagreus is either granted a boon from one of the numerous Greek gods, or some sort of currency that will be used in that run or for upgrading after the run. You even get to see what rewards awaits you before you even head towards a new room. Playing around with the pretty deep pool of powers and boons that the gods offer Zagreus to help him escape It's fun, and will have many players experimenting with various combinations in order to put together some overpowered builds, or just really fun ones. Along with the deep collection of powers and boons, is a variety of different weapons that Zagreus can unlock throughout the game. There are 6 different weapons to choose from, each with a handful of alternate versions that play slightly different. Each weapon plays different from the rest, and the game does a good job of encouraging players to try out each weapon. While the spear and shield end up being my go-to weapons, each one has its strengths and can be a lot of fun to play with. There are a lot of gameplay systems in Hades, and while I haven't discussed all of them in this video, I will say that Hades is a game that can be as deep as you want it to be. If you just want to hit underworld bad guys with a sword, you can pretty much do that. If you want to create a perfect bow build, you can do that as well. If you want to give gifts to other characters and make it a semi-story driven game, you can sorta do that as well. Hades has more than enough content to keep players engaged for however long they want to keep playing the game. Hades is one of my favorite games of the year. I've been very high on the game since I picked it up late last year, and has only gotten better since. It is an impressive title that will likely sour my experience with other roguelites for a good while, and will likely make fans of those who don't typically enjoy the genre as well. I really don't have any major issues with the game. It isn't perfect, like the Hydra fight is still annoying. It's better than it was, but still annoying. But almost every aspect of the game has been reinforced to be very solid, if not very good. Hades just might be the best game that Supergiant has crafted yet, and it should be a game that comes up in Game of the Year conversations by year's end. Thanks for watching. Hope you enjoyed this video review. Make sure to like, comment, share, subscribe, all that stuff. And play Hades. It's pretty good, guys. You should watch a review on it.
Have to go with the painful way.
Thanks for watching, everybody.